Home Bitcoin Truth Seekers. It is Wednesday, July 6th, 2022. It is a interesting day in the market. Oh, one sec. I hear myself. There we go. Fixed. Okay. BitcoinDailyView.com got more for you there as always. Uh, some interesting news today. Mysterious Georgia Guidestones targeted an explosive attack. This is interesting. If you like the Georgia Guidestones, well, I just doubt you're listening to this. But anyway, somebody done blown one up, or it fell apart, or God's wrath destroyed it. I'm not sure which. I'll take any. Very interesting day. I wonder what the astrological significance of this is, because if you know this guy, like the "you'll own nothing and you'll be happy" character, this is a pretty cool T-shirt actually, but rather expensive, so I'll pass. But I do like it. Um, what pisses people off about the Georgia Guidestones, those natural humans who are still alive, to their soul, God force, universe, nature, it says maintain humanity under 500 million in perpetual balance with nature. Then a bunch of this new agey sounding garbage. And if you look at the comments, you'll see many people are like, well, what don't you like about that? Humans are bad. We should be kept like little farm animals. And it's weird. But anyway, to the globalist zealots and the people who want to basically own nothing and like it, like this guy says here, you'll own nothing and like it. This weird comic book villain that has way too much power in this world. Well, anyway, their monument to the destruction, well, the genocide of humanity, it took a hit today. Well, hey, that was illegal. I'm not going to endorse violence or doing bad things, but just saying that, well, maybe this is a good omen, that maybe humanity has a good future in these trying and difficult and crazy, beautiful, wonderful, opportunistic times. Okay, so looking at the Dow, NASDAQ, and S&P 500 all up today. Wasn't sure this morning. They didn't really open strong, but now we're up a little bit. And a little bit's better than red at all, you know. So Dow up 0.49%, NASDAQ up 6.63%, S&P 500 up S&P 500 up 6.2%. So 0.62%. So anyway, that's kind of nice. Looking at the S&P 500 companies here, boom, a lot of green. I like what I'm seeing. Not a bad day. It's Wednesday, middle of the week. Definitely, we could still get some nice gains before the end of the week, when things very well may go potty. Looking at the last 24 hours here on the crypto universe, seeing it in squares, a lot of green. I like seeing that. This thing tends to lag like crazy and usually screw me up. We're going to see if we can get this thing to move fast enough to be relevant. Yeah, as Jordan puts it here, the Biden destroy stones, and so anyway, so yeah, last 24 hours, the crypto universe is not looking too bad. In general, we have a bit more green than red, or actually a lot more green than red. Not huge gains in the green, but it's still, I'll take it. It's kind of interesting, kind of nice. Let's look at the last hour, see if this thing will actually render quick enough to be useful. It appears that it is. So yeah, we definitely have a day which is not looking too bad. More green than red, at least looking at the big ones. All right, the big players. Now looking at Bitcoin trading volume explicitly, we're at 2.9 billion. You want to be at least at 3 billion for a good day. We're at 2.9 billion. Interesting. Let's look at some more things to see what we actually think of that. That is pretty low volume. Looking at cryptometer.io, which is kind of way too optimistic. They say 4.7 billion in volume. I doubt it. Probably 3 at best. All right, so 3 billion Bitcoin trading volume explicitly. Let's go over here first. And if we do look at the volume on the exchanges, looking at the big exchanges, we're mostly all in the green. I like that. Definitely a mix of green and red, but way more green than red. 7-day graph is not showing an uptick really. But this is not too bad. So we've got some positive volume. I like it. Not great Bitcoin trading volume, but as far as the spot trading pairs on the big exchanges, at least we're in the green. That's better than the red, but we're not powerfully in the green. Looking at derivatives, longs and shorts basically with leverage on Binance, 51 billion. You want to have at least 50 billion for an okay day. 60 billion is better. 70 billion, you're really getting there. So anyway, volume is, I'm going to give it like it is like the most kind of lackluster, flaccid, fine it could ever be. When you ask somebody how they're doing and they go fine, and you can say, oh my gosh, you're like, yeah, fine usually means like I have complete contempt for humanity. So anyway, crypto market pretty weak as far as volume, but definitely good enough to have some opportunity today. Looking at the top 100, Bitcoin coming in at 20,392. Okay, cool. We're seeing above 20K. I like seeing that. Looking at the top 100 down here, a lot more green than red, and some things making a nice move. Thorchain, Ruin, basically up 9%. I won't read through them. There's way too many, but Avalanche up 11%. I like seeing that. Evmoz, whatever that is, I don't know anything about it, but it's up 21%. Definitely have some players today. I like what I'm seeing. Decentraland, that's Mana, up like 6.9%. So yeah, life's good. EOS 4.7. Definitely got some BNB coming in that Binance chain token, basically coming in at 5% up. That's nice to see. XRP for some reason up 2%. Interesting. I keep wondering when I'm watching the price on XRP, it looks to me, we'll take a look at it real quick before we check out of here. I wonder if I'm seeing some insider action going on. It looks like something's happening there. Like there's maybe some OTC buys going on or something, because we're seeing a little bit of perkiness in XRP, and I don't quite get why, because it still has its court issues, but yet I'm starting to see some things happen. So I wonder if somebody knows something. Solana 6.1%. I like seeing that. Dogecoin in the green at 2.2%, and Shiba Inu in the green at 1.4%. So not too bad of a day in general. We're in the green, low volume. Possibilities are out there. I like what I'm seeing. It's just not exactly the testosterone level I would like the market to have for a trading day. 51% long, 48% short for Bitcoin on Binance, 49% long, 50% short for Ethereum on Binance. That's not really a lot of positive long energons right now, but it is not exactly a short bias either. So definitely people don't know what to make of things. Now, why I said a weird day in the market, check this out. Crude oil. This is I use this indicator right here. It's US oil spot. It tends to work pretty well for me. It's a daily chart. Spot price on oil is dumping hard. That's a little weird. I know that the Biden administration sent 5 million barrels of oil recently to I think the EU to help with their issues, which isn't going to help our gas prices. There were some, I think, a tax struck or something like that. The federal tax struck to some extent off of oil. Maybe that has some effect, but I don't quite get why the oil price is dumping. So I don't trust it. It doesn't really make sense to me. Just coming off a holiday weekend, it didn't pump over the holiday weekend, which is kind of nice, but this is just strange. That's a big dump in oil price. I don't quite get why it's below $100 a barrel. That's just kind of strange. So we're seeing the second red candle in a row. We are coming down to the 200 moving average with a wick. Let's see if that's where it bounces. Not that I want oil prices to be high, but I don't like this kind of a dump. It doesn't make sense. It just something's not right in the world. If anyone knows why we'd have oil prices, getting below $100 a barrel right now, let me know. I mean, I'm not saying I don't want it to happen. It just doesn't make sense. So therefore, I take note and go, but check this out. Dollar strength index. This is a DXY pumping like crazy. Pumped yesterday, pumped today. And as it was pumping, the U.S. oil was dumping per barrel. S&P 500 index, green day today, green day yesterday. We're getting back above that 20 WMA. I do like seeing that. That's a very nice thing. Bitcoin tends to follow it. It kind of does what it does. Bitcoin and the S&P 500, very, very similar charts. In fact, I'll do a split and we'll look at each of those together, because it's kind of interesting how they really are. They're like twins. One went sort of eclectic into the crypto world. One was kind of the more conservative character who went into the business world. US Tech 100, yesterday a green candle, today a green candle. We're above the 20 WMA. I like seeing that. Maybe we'll challenge a 50 moving average this week. Not a whole lot of this week going on. I would have rather have seen this on Monday, but it's Wednesday. I'll take it. definitely we have some good opportunities rolling in. Let's see how it rolls. I'm really looking forward to seeing how this Thursday and Friday pan out and what this weekend's going to look like. I know, be in the now, be here, but still, I'm projecting. you know. Looking at gold. Look at this gold yesterday, gold today. This is a daily chart below all the important moving averages. Gold at 1739. That's nuts. What is going on? Why is gold dumping that hard? Dollar strength index, yeah, it's pumping, but dollar strength index is pumping on what? And now all of a sudden oil's not worth anything, and gold is dumping ridiculously hard. Silver dumping really hard too. Maybe we're turning that indecisive doji green today. Let's see how it rolls. I mean, this is serious. I mean, gold and silver just getting annihilated. Silver coming in at $19 and $19. Let's call it that. Bitcoin, no, gold, 1738. What in the world's going on? Dollar strength index pumping like crazy on what? And now oil seems to not be hyperinflated anymore. Well, it still is. I mean, compared to recent times. But I'm just saying, this is weird. It's testing the 200 moving average. It's dumping. What's going on? Why would it be done? I don't get it. Sorry. I know I'm babbling, but it just doesn't make sense to me. Little commercial for blockchain education chat. Hey guys, check it out. Come go to bitcoindailyview.com or look in the description. Click on the infomercial. Check it out. We are constantly in there working ways, sharing charts, doing stuff, talking smack, having fun. There's some automated trading setups that you can get into. Really amazing news. So much good stuff. Just check it out if you so desire. Great things going on. Okay. Now, let's look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin versus USDT on Binance, where all the massive volume is. Let me get this back to something that's way more reasonable. Let's look at a daily chart first. Okay, I'm going to nix these fib levels because we are out of there. So what I like about the daily chart right now for Bitcoin, I think this is just important to note, is that we are keeping above the daily MACD has returned to a positive move, a positive tangent. I like that. It's a positive MACD. Tangent's turning positive once again. And we have a nice opening histogram in the proper direction. So, I mean, this is good. Daily MACD is looking good, even though Bitcoin has been dumping pretty hard. It's challenging, like many other things you might notice right now. The 20 WMA, and that's really kind of nice to see. Next thing they challenge is the 50 moving average, but that's up around 26,000. So that's a ways from here. Something I'm going to do just for fun while we are here, I wanted to just show this since we're looking at this kind of a view like this. Let's go here on the bottom and let's do SPX. And you can kind of see, now of course it's not going to play for me here, is it? Let's get this to line up. I won't get y'all stuck here, but in general, if you look with these kind of line up a little bit here, you can see where yeah, it's kind of lined up date wise. You really can see where the SPX, S&P 500, and Bitcoin really do hang out together. And that's why I'll oftentimes, before I start trading, like the night before, I look at futures. Like I see how SPX is going to open, and usually you're going to find that Bitcoin will do the same thing. So you can kind of pull in some more data. Here's like a 3-day chart, and you can see where okay, not quite as exactly similar there. Sorry, I won't waste your time here. I'm trying to get the charts to be the same. Yeah, darn it. Anyway, screw it. You guys get it. Anyway, sorry, a little tired today. Trading view. Let's look at Bitcoin, BTC, USDT. Let's look at go back to something normal. Look at a 45-minute chart. Like for immediate price action. Something I really like seeing here is this: Bitcoin did take a pretty good dump starting back on like the 4th of July. Got under the 200 moving average, then it pumped up. Beautiful, nice to see. Bounced off the 314 moving average, and now it's kind of continuing up. So if we do look, like how long have we been above the 200 moving average? Basically, about one day, 3 hours. So 24 hours plus above the 200 moving average. Now we're going to start moving towards 48 hours. That's really nice to see. So this is a strong place for Bitcoin. I like it. Above the 200 moving average in white and the 314 in purple, 45-minute chart. This is really, really wonderful. How's the 4-hour look? 4-hour chart, not even something worth thinking about yet. We are still way below the 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart. 200 moving average on the 4-hour chart's around 23,000. We can get there. But anyway, at least for short, for me, for trading crypto right now, for doing all trades, I'm pretty confident, not feeling too bad about it because I like to trade when Bitcoin's above the 200 moving average on the 45-minute chart and looking positive, kind of having a positive uptrend. And I would say personally, I'm going to call this a positive uptrend for the moment. I like it. So with that said, directional index is in the green, ADX is picking up, squeeze indicators moving is in a positive direction, binary candles are good to go, meaning the candles have upwards velocity. KRI is in the green, stochastic RSI is probably getting ready to roll over, but that's fine. It'll probably just go sideways before it goes up. And of course, this down here is just a histogram showing distance from the 200 moving average, and we're above it, and that's really nice to see. So not bad at all. Let's look at some other stuff like Ruin. Versus USDT. Let's look at that. You can put it on Binance and KuCoin. I love this coin. When it moves, it really moves kind of nicely. Very nice chart. Directional index is in the green. ADX is catching up. ADX is where you want it to be. It's above. It's just hitting 25. Now I like that. Squeeze indicators perking up. In general, I'm going to wait for Bitcoin to retrace a bit and go back up. Rune probably will too. I like Rune USDT right now because it is actually pushing the top of the RSI cave there, as you can see. It's going to retrace because it hit that. Let's see where it retraces to, and then possibly get in there. Like I say, when this guy runs, it tends to do pretty well. I like it. Maybe I would do something like a Fibonacci sequence right now. Kind of starting here on this low where it started to pick up from. I'll go right here. Now I'll go here. Bam. Maybe I'll watch for a dump. It would not surprise me if it went down to the 382. That wouldn't be so powerful. Let's see like a 5.5 bounce here, or maybe even go back down just above the 200 moving average to the 618 golden pocket. That might be a nice spot. Around like a 1.97. Sats, dollars, 1.97. That might be a sweet spot there. Get it at or even the 786, at $1.09. Anyway, guys, so alts doing pretty good. This one's picking up. I like what I'm seeing there. Bitcoin's in the right mood, even with the recent volatility, to allow some alts to really run. So I'm going to be watching, and I will try to bring some more energy to the next Bitcoin daily view. I'm just kind of a little bit just on low energy today. I'm not going to kid you. But BitcoinDailyView.com, got more for you there. The indicators I use and such are there. Definitely check out Blockchain Education. The infomercials worth checking out. There's my affiliate link. Join the team. We work as a group very hard to make money together while we are whether the market's going up or down. And there's some automated features that I'm logged out of there right now, but I'll log in and I'll show you some of the automated features where you can get into some automated trading. You can kind of set and forget and maybe make some money. Nothing's ever guaranteed, but it's an interesting system. Anyway, guys, Rune, I'm watching this guy for a retrace. It pushed top of that RSI cave. It's going to retrace. I'm going to watch these indicators. Let's see what happens. I definitely could get a bounce off one of these good fib levels here. If it went down to the 200 moving average all the way to the 618 and came back up, I would be feeling good if the indicators were strong then. Bitcoin in the right spot. The market in general, weird. I don't know why oil suddenly has no value. It's crashing so intensely. Probably because the dollar strength index is pumping, but I don't understand why it's pumping on what. And then, of course, gold dumping, silver dumping makes sense because the dollar strength index is pumping, but I don't get why it really would be. Let's do one more thing before we get out of here. Let's be fair and balanced. Let's look at the ruble versus USDT. Let me go to a daily chart here. And let me nix that right there. Okay, that's interesting. Okay, this is an interesting thing to see. So looking at this, you can see where that can get nixed. Bam. Yeah, it's you can see when the conflict started, it dumped, V-shaped recovery, and it's been doing pretty well. Some dumps recently, but this is interesting. Where recently the ruble in the last day or so, it's dumped below the 20 WMA and the 50 moving average. Also, this is the 50, right? Yeah, 50 moving average. So, but it's still way above the 200 moving average, which you could see right here. I'll try to clean this up so it looks a little better so we can actually see it. What if I was to squeeze this down to like 3 days? How would that work? That might work a little better. I'll fix this up so we can see it more clearly. I'll move some of this text around, but definitely a thing to watch, to have an eye on. What's going on there. Right now, many do speculate that the ruble is the strongest currency on the planet right now. It's possible, before one poo-poos that, you know, uh, yeah, think a little. And then also I'll be interviewing a really cool character, other podcast reading creators, and he's an ex-CIA guy. We're going to talk about basically the conflict in Ukraine, and it's gonna be a really, really good show. I'll mention it here when I get that rolling. It'll be next Monday in the afternoon. I'll share a link so you can hit reminder if you would like to later on. Anyway, everybody, hope this was enough energy to keep you awake, and I'll see you next time. And remember, for every Bitcoin Satoshi you own, a piece of shit globalist cries. One like this guy. You'll own nothing and like it. Blah. Anyway, take care.